Hi all, this is Priyadharshini working as an assistant professor in the Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science. Today we are going to discuss about the topic MongoDB, which comes under big data databases. Let's get started. So before going into what is MongoDB, first let's discuss what is NoSQL databases. So the term NoSQL databases refers to any non-relational or not only SQL databases which provides a mechanism for storing and retrieving of data in a format other than the tabular relation model, which are used generally in relational databases. So NoSQL databases means that it doesn't use tables for storing data. It is generally used to store big data and real-time web applications. It has a flexible schema, that is no predefined or rigid schema is available. So whatever format you want, you can store it in the form of any storage mechanism. It avoids joins and it is easy to scale also. So NoSQL databases are categorized into four main data types. So first one is key value pair, column oriented, graph based and document oriented. So what is key value pair? So here the key would be available and the related values will be stored in the table type format. So that is an example for key value pair. The examples might include your Redis database. The next comes document based. So document based, here it contains in the form of documents, the collection of tables, rows and columns in the form of documents. So the examples might include for these databases would be MongoDB, CouchDB, etc. The next one is the columnar database. We all know very much clearly what is columnar database. So the example is HBase. The graph based, what we use in Facebook, those kind of stuffs will be coming under graph based databases. So the examples might include your Neo4j, Infinite Graph, etc. So let's see what is the difference between SQL and NoSQL. So SQL databases are primarily your relational databases, whereas NoSQL are primarily called as non-relational or the distributed databases. SQL databases are table based, NoSQL or can be a document based, key value, graph based or the columnar thing. So when you take SQL, it is vertically scalable. NoSQL is horizontally scalable. Here the SQL has a fixed or a predefined schema, whereas NoSQL it is a flexible one. It is not suitable for hierarchical data storage, whereas NoSQL is used for hierarchical data storage. Examples for NoSQL are MongoDB, CouchDB, key value. Those all databases comes under NoSQL, whereas in SQL you have Oracle, MySQL, Microsoft SQL Server and PostgreSQL. When to use NoSQL? So these are the things, the features of NoSQL and when and how to use NoSQL. So when you have a huge amount of data that need to be stored and retrieved, you can use NoSQL. The relationship between the data you store is not that much important. If the data changes over time and it is not structured, if there is no constraints and join supports is not required at the database level support. If the data is growing continuously and you need to scale the databases regularly to handle the data, then definitely you can use NoSQL databases. So now we'll see what is MongoDB. So MongoDB, it is the most popular NoSQL database. It is open source, document oriented database. Its scale-out architecture allows us to meet the increasing demand of a system by adding more nodes to share the load. So MongoDB also uses BSON, that is binary JSON format, to query the database. It stores the data in the form of BSON, binary support object-oriented notation documents. Let's see what are the features of MongoDB. So the main first and most important feature of MongoDB is indexing. So if you want to efficiently search or processing any data in a very less amount of time, it is very useful. Scalability, MongoDB scales horizontally using sharding technique. So we all know what is sharding. Also it is new machines can be added to a running database. So it is vertically scalable also. Replication and highly available. So multiple copies of data is replicated on different servers, which protects the database from hardware failures. Load balancing. It has an automatic load balancing configuration because of data placed in shards. Aggregation. The aggregation operation process data records and return the computer results. It is more like the group by clause in SQL. The few aggregation expressions could be sum, average, min, max, etc. So the languages supported, many list of supported languages include Node.js, C, C++, Java, Perl, PHP, Python, Ruby, Rust, Scala and Shift are all the languages that supports MongoDB.